Hi guys. Hi guys. Today we have good news and bad news. First bad news is Cruz's voice is broken. Wow! Oh my god.
Hey guys, Cruz here. As you can tell, I have a pretty sore throat right now and a little difficult for me to talk right now. So that's why Tung is doing today's introduction. And anyway, we have quite a bit of things we want to talk about in today's video. So please bear with my raspy voice right now. And who knows, maybe if you like my raspy voice, give a thumbs up. And let's get started with today's good news and bad news. So the reason my voice is like this right now is I ended up getting sick a couple times actually. So last week we went back to Tuong Chan's hometown in the countryside here in Vietnam. We were planning to film some videos there, but unfortunately because of my sicknesses, we weren't able to do that. But we were going back there to visit her family. It was the first time her whole family was getting together in years, since before COVID. Her brother came back from Taiwan, her sisters came over from Hanoi. So it was a big get together with all of her family and she was really excited for it. This time we actually flew there rather than take the train. Last time we took the train there, it was about like a 18 hour journey in total. A fun experience, but not something I want to do every time we go there. So they just started up the flight route again from Da Nang to Vinh, which is the closest airport to her hometown. And that's about an hour flight and then an hour taxi from there to her hometown. And in total, it was about a 4.5 hour trip, which is way better than 15 hours. So everything was looking pretty good. But once we got there later that night, after I ate some stuff, I woke up in the middle of the night and sorry, things are going to get a little bit graphic, but I went to visit my friend, the toilet, and was throwing up all night and diarrhea all night, horrible food poisoning. And so I was pretty bedridden for the first 2 days, wasn't really able to eat anything. So I could only drink for the first few days. And I don't think I got enough nutrients in because we're in the countryside, there's not that much I could buy there. So I think my immune system got pretty weak and I ended up getting, I think as a cold, I don't think I got COVID. It wasn't too bad, my symptoms weren't too bad. It was mostly just like runny nose, sore throat, and headache, that kind of stuff. So I'm still feeling like the after effects of that. And unfortunately, I was sick for most of the time there. I wasn't able to film any videos and do too much, but Tung had a great time. She was able to see all of her family. We built a homemade Settlers of Catan board so the kids could play, and that was really fun. I was able to join a few games for that as well. And now we're back here, home in Da Nang, Vietnam, and finally recovering, starting to feel a little better. And let's continue on with some of the good news. So first good news is we've got some new parts for our bikes. Here's our spin bike, which I've been having difficulty with lately, getting hooked up in a Zwift with our power meter pedals. This is a commercial spin bike, so unfortunately some parts are non-standard. Specifically the pedals and the cranks are oversized commercial size parts. So I ordered some other parts, and the first part I ordered was these crank arms. So I thought I could replace them with some different crank arms, which would give a normal thread width so I could put my regular pedals on there. Unfortunately, the square was a little too small, and I was lucky I found another pair of crank arms that have the larger oversized square. You can see the size difference between these two squares is pretty massive, and this one uses the regular size threads for the pedals. So hopefully these will work. And another part I had to order was this oversized bottom bracket remover. So a normal size one wouldn't work, and I've had to wait a couple weeks or months actually now to get all the parts that I need, and hopefully this will work. I'm also borrowing some parts from a local YouTuber here, Eli in Vietnam. He's been a cool guy, and my wife and his wife are friends now, so big thanks to him for lending me some parts and coming over and helping figure out just to get this working. So we're going to try and fix this today. Another exciting thing is you'll notice this big box here. This is a surprise box. We're going to open the contents of this box, I think, in an upcoming video next week. So stay tuned for that. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think is in the box. This will be a pretty exciting unboxing video, I think. Tung's excited for this one.
To a piano.
Maybe
No,
Tung.
no, no.
Not Tung's piano.
Yes.
It's cycling related. We'll give you that hint. Cycling related, and it came over from China.
Not heavy.
Not heavy.
Yeah.
Next, let's make our way into the bike room. We've got some other exciting stuff in here. So, yeah, first let's show this. This is pretty cool. This is our new Demon jersey from Santic. This one they just released, and I really wanted to get this jersey. I think it's the coolest design that they've had that I've seen so far. And yeah, really cool Asian theme. If you're into that, we are. And nice cool colors on the arm sleeves. We've got the cool demon design in all the colors. So we got a matching set for this one for her, one for me. We'll be using these on our next ride video, I think. Tung likes the design too.
Yeah, so cool.
So cool?
Yes.
Yes. So go check out Santic, our clothing sponsor. They have some pretty awesome kits, and we're really excited about this new design in particular. Over here are some tools and some other parts that I bought. So first thing, I got some new tires. The tread on our tires is starting to wear down a little bit. I haven't tried these tires yet. I've been wanting to try them for a while. These are the Continental 5000s. I hear really good things about them. They're a little bit expensive, but they should be quite a bit faster than the current tires that I'm using. These are the current tires that I've been using, the Continental Ultra Sports. These are about half the price, and I think about the same puncture resistance, but the rolling resistance is a lot better on the 5000s, so they should be quite a bit faster for going for some KOMs. I'm still going to keep these tires on here for now, just try and get as much out of them as I can, but it's nice to have some replacement tires now for when we need them. This is one important lesson I've learned here in Vietnam, is that parts are not readily available at your local bike shop. So we went to a bike shop the other day to try and get some new brake pads, and it was a horrible experience. They tried putting mountain bike brake pads on my bike. They didn't know what they were doing. We called in advance, asked them if they had stock for this part. She called them, talked to them in Vietnamese, said this exact part number, and they said, yeah, we have stock. And they didn't have stock. They tried putting different brake pads on. It didn't work, and all the bike shops in the area didn't have stock, so I had to order some of these online, and fortunately, these came in. These are the brake pads for my bike. I'm using Shimano 105 disc brakes, so this is the first time I had to order some new brake pads for myself, and I spent the good part of yesterday installing these new pads, fixing the pistons and getting everything working. And now, these are gonna be dead silent. Oh yeah, don't hear any disc rub. And as you can see, I was in desperate need of some new brake pads. These are pretty much worn down almost to the metal, and by my last ride, I didn't have barely any braking power left, so I was really needing some new brake pads. They're getting destroyed here with the steep mountains, just the long descents, so really glad we got some replacement parts now. This is another exciting item we got. This is our massage stick. So after we do a hard ride, we can massage our legs. These are always really good to have. Definitely recommended for cyclists. We also got this intense roller for the back and legs as well. This one is pretty intense, but feels pretty good as well. And we also got a yoga mat. So these are for our post-ride recovery. Some other exciting items we're adding to our collection here. We also have some other exciting news that Tun-chan wants to mention.
Next month, we will enter race in Da Nang.
Yeah, we signed up for our first bike event in probably 3 years. I think the last race that I entered was a cyclocross race or criterium in Japan about 3 years ago, and same for Tung. I think she did her first and only race.
Yeah, only one.
Back in Japan, maybe 2019?
Yeah, 2019, yes.
Yeah, we have the video for her first cyclocross race. This race is going to be here in Da Nang. Actually, it starts like not even a kilometer from our home, so very convenient, very close. And it's a 2-day event, so it's a Grand Fondo. Day 1 is a 120-kilometer road race, and then day 2 is a criterium. It looks like it's going to be a flat oval course, so 2 long stretches and 2 180-degree turns. And I'm not sure if the first day is actually a race. I've never done a Gran Fondo. I think some people treat Gran Fondos like a race, but it's like a race, but not wanting to call itself a race. I don't know. So I'm not sure if it's actually going to be a race, but we signed up for both days and we're excited. I'm not sure how hard we're going to race. We're going to sort of see what it looks like. If the field looks kind of dangerous, we might just ride our own ride and try and avoid the dangerous situation. But we're pretty excited. This is Tuanchan's first ever road event, road race. And it's here in her home country in Vietnam, so I think she's extra motivated. Are you going to win?
The first day? Not race.
First day, not a race?
Challenging for Marcia?
Just a challenge ride?
Yeah. 120
Yeah.
kilometers.
About 120 kilometers and about 1,000 meters of climbing. So Tuong is finally keeping her promise from a couple years ago. We promised that she was going to enter another bike race, but we haven't been able to do that because of just world events and everything. So finally keeping her promise. Tuong also has some other exciting news with her walking channel.
Yeah. My channel over 100,000
Subscribers.
Subscribe. Yeah.
Okay, she's struggling with that word, but Tuanchan's walking channel has passed 100,000 subscribers. So congratulations, Tuanchan. She started years after I started this channel and she won the race. She beat us to 100,000 subscribers. So big congrats to her.
Yeah, thank you.
And she's actually going to go and film some walking videos tonight while I finish up the work here on this spin bike. Okay, next, let's get the spin bike working, hopefully. First step, we need to get these oversized pedals off. These are, I think, what's called M24, so a normal 15 pedal wrench isn't going to work. Luckily, they included this multi-tool with different sizes, so we can get the pedals off. Actually, I guess, technically, since we're taking the full crank arm off, we don't need to take the pedals off. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use these pedals with the new cranks because they're oversized. Oh well, we'll take them off. Next step, we want to get this cap off for the center. And next, let's get this bolt off. Another big thank you to Eli for lending us these tools. I did not want to have to buy these just for this one-time job. So just get the bolt off, nice and easy. And next we're going to screw in our crank puller, our oversized crank puller to be more accurate. And we want to screw this in as much as we can. Tighten down the other one. And here we go. So we've done this once already. We did successfully get this crank arm off, only to find that the replacement crank arm that I bought wasn't the right size. So with the right tool, this comes off really easy. And now the moment of truth. Will the new replacement crank fit this square? So, of course, this won't go as easy as I'd hoped. It looks like it's starting to fit on, but we need to get it on a little bit more before we can start screwing on the bolts to tighten it on more. So I think with a couple love taps from the hammer, this will hopefully get in place. Please, I'm going to cross my fingers that this works. Yeah, I don't have a hammer, so I'm going to use the old crank arms. These are getting pretty close, but unfortunately not quite there yet. I think I need to get a bigger hammer, so yeah, we're gonna stop this part here. So some good news, some bad news, and hopefully some more good news coming up soon. We'll keep you updated on the race plans as we learn more about it coming up. We're pretty excited, and hopefully I'll get over my illness pretty soon so I can start training again. Pretty excited to enter a race after a couple years, and at the very least it should be a fun event. So we'll keep you guys updated. Before we finish, I want to say a special thank you to all of our awesome supporters over on Patreon. Thanks to your guys' support, we're able to continue filming videos like this. And we'll see you next time here on To a Cruise.